At her husband's funeral, the stunning widow immediately sparked the desires of many men. Just after her husband's passing, his so-called friends began eyeing her. Her name is Ruth, and she has a flawless figure and beauty beyond compare. She once lived a life of luxury with no worries. But just days ago, her husband tragically died in a car accident. And since then, her life turned upside down. Not only did her husband leave no inheritance, but he also left behind massive debts from failed investments. So Ruth sold her jewelry and private yacht, watching helplessly as creditors emptied her mansion of everything valuable. Then, with the help of a close friend, she held an auction to sell her luxury items, even parting with the high-end dress she was wearing to a wealthy woman. However, the money from the auction was nothing but a drop in the bucket compared to her husband's debts. With no other choice, Ruth went to a luxury store where she used to shop and applied for a job. But on her first day, she was harassed by a male customer. Without hesitation, the store manager fired her. Now unemployed, Ruth had no choice but to rely on a wealthy man. She began dating a variety of men, powerful officials, billionaires, and even her best friend's husband began showing interest. At this point, Ruth realized the truth. All these men only wanted her body, but none of them wanted to spend their lives with her. So, she made a drastic decision. She would auction off 5 years of her youth. For these 5 years, she would fulfill any request the winning bidder had. But to join the auction, one had to pay a $1 million deposit. And regardless of the outcome, the money would not be refunded. To draw more people in, some bidders wanted to inspect the goods beforehand, and Ruth agreed. To everyone's surprise, the men who showed interest were all her husband's former friends. Once, each of them was a respectable man, but now they were all eyeing their late friend's widow. Soon enough, Ruth's perfect body attracted a large crowd to join the auction. But just as the auction was about to begin, an unexpected twist happened. The police suddenly showed up after receiving an anonymous tip about illegal activities. The auction was called off, but the deposits from the wealthy men had already been transferred to Ruth's account. Fearing exposure, the men quickly distanced themselves. When questioned by the police, Ruth calmly explained that the money had been donated to her by her husband's friends before his death. Her story was flawless with no loopholes, and the police had nothing on her. This beautiful woman walked away with a large sum of money, not only paying off her husband's debts, but also securing her future. As for who made the anonymous tip, no one knows. Maybe it was Ruth herself.